Hello, everybody, and happy Earth Day because, well, yeah, it's apparently Earth Day, the day where planet Earth gets celebrated and stuff like that. Mostly nature stuff, but, well, we mustn't forget the greatest things on Earth, that being trains and also some other stuff. Anyway, so let me just explain what's been going on first. So, I just recently rewatched one of the streams about the near death of Easy Railroad, and that made me feel a little blue. Yeah, the near death of Easy Railroad was definitely one of the worst things that's ever happened to me. Yeah. But I've learned a lot from that moment, and I know not to, well, do that kind of stuff again. Like, I was so close to pretty much getting canceled. But yeah. Hello, S&C Railway Lines, aka Chase. I guess we better send you the link too. I mean, so far we haven't had any other Daniel Boone voice. But anyway, yeah, long story short, said something hurtful to someone, made them feel very upset. He rallied up a bunch of other people to all hate my guts. Well, first they told other people, and then the other people decided to rally up people against me and hate my guts, making hate posts, telling lies, and they flat out said I watched Rule 34 and stuff like that, which I do not. Oh, good. Here's
Hey, you. Yeah, you. You know what kind of train this is?
that's pretty good.
I'm Daniel Boone. Well, at least the new voice of Daniel Boone.
Yes. Which I'll be visiting him along with Charlton Tandy, Ulysses S. Grant, and Mary Meacham, all this Saturday night.
Awesome.
Yep. Unless of
I
course some changes. I better get my ticket for it soon.
I was gonna show Tommy G, but he still does not have his name or number because my printer decided to foul on me
Uh-oh.
for some stupid reason. I literally here, I'll show you what I tried to do. I got close and then it just but the sizing is that I made is way too small. Here, I'll show you. The sizing is way too.
Uh-oh. Where'd he go? Anyway, well, I guess I'm alone. Oh well. But yeah. We also got a little bit deep when we were me and White were talking last night. We just talk about stuff that was just personal. Anyway. Hello.
Sorry about that.
It's
I
alright.
hate pressing that button. That. Okay. Okay.
The leave button. Oh!
Yeah, but they're way too small.
Oh.
So they would look way too small on the side of Tommy G. So I tried to print them again, but when I tried to, it said you cannot use this colored cartridge, even though it literally used it just a second ago.
Well, that's a shame.
And I don't understand why.
Yeah. I think honestly the one thing that really helped me move on from like past stuff was probably the fact that I now have real friends in Missouri that actually have similar interests. I have theme park enthusiast friends, and not to mention various railroading friends now.
Like I was planning to send you a short clip of Tommy G running with his nameplate on the side, and of course adding the Easy Railroad logo.
Yeah. I'm honestly thinking about making a new logo for either Drew Thomas or Easy Railroad. Because, well, I feel like I should have a regular logo for music videos because the Drew Thomas television logo, while it's nice, The only issue is, well, it just cuts out midway through as the music is fading out. It just cuts out. And
Hmm.
I'm also probably gonna be cleaning my room tomorrow so I can film again in my room.
Maybe you should do a soundtrack more like the YouTube channel TV's Greatest. He has a great ending music track
Yeah, I
where
think
it
I'm
kind of
probably gonna use.
gradually fades in into different notes, and then it gradually fades out.
Yeah, it's not the music that's the problem, it's the visuals. While the visuals look very pleasing, like it gives
Oh yeah,
me
the visual.
vibes of like Columbia TriStar. Um, I feel like it should not just cut out. It should like be a soft fade out.
You mean
I
kind of
think
like what I did when I sent you that quick clip?
yeah,
I can do that. I can edit it to do that.
yeah. I mean, I've edited it with a few videos. Like, I did it for the Silver Dollar City vlog video, which you should go check out if it's the one I'm talking about is the Christmas one, not the current one.
No, I saw that one.
Yeah.
Joy to the world, the ride was closed.
Always that line.
Joy to the world, the ride was closed.
That never gets old.
Nope.
I wonder where Wyatt is. I'm sure
Tommy
he'll turn
G
up
has
eventually.
propane tanks in his tender, right?
That is correct. I think he has at least 6 large propane tanks. Obviously, whenever the train is loading up with propane, it gets pumped into the tanks, which is what Tommy G carries in his boiler. Whereas
Tommy G.
coal-fired engines have their coal emptied from hoppers and buckets of coal into their bunkers.
The
Or
Dollywood
tenders.
Express is not Earth friendly. Tommy G and the engines at Silver Dollar City are.
Yeah, because they burn more cleaner fuel. However, at least 2 of the running engines of the Wabash, Frisco, and Pacific are not Earth-friendly, which is 403 and 535, the only coal-fired locomotives that are actually in service.
Yeah.
The other ones are oil burners.
Yeah. Coal is really bad. Oil is okay.
Yeah. Coal
Propane is definitely the cleanest. Propane
Yeah.
is definitely the cleanest source.
Yeah, all the soot comes from the coal, and it just, whenever it's burned the coal, the smoke is black, which is,
That's why
pretty
Silver
much
Dollar
to
City.
the air.
That's why Silver Dollar City stopped using coal.
Yep, and now they puff fluffy white smoke. Same for Tommy G, and however, the only engines that don't puff any smoke are the Zline engines, although sometimes you'll see exhaust come from Pierre Laclede's funnel. I know from the times that I've been on the railroad, if you watch...
when you did the new Zooline engine with Mary Mitchum, you could actually see it out of that engine.
Oh, Lewis
Clark. Yeah, you could see the exhaust coming out of him.
If you watch my Railroads of America music video and the POV tour from the Wild Station to Discovery Corner on my YouTube channel, you can actually see exhaust come from Pierre Laclede's funnel.
By the way, speaking of Silver Dollar City, Wyatt told me that they were running 14 finally.
Oh yeah, I've heard. He told me
I said, I called it if 504 went down.
Honestly, I love 14. I do agree that 504 gets used a lot. The same reason Porky Pig is out too much at Six Flags. At least last year.
I love 14. I love 14.
You mean Porky?
Like if I could own any engine from the railway of the Frisco Silver Dollar line, it would be 14.
You realize I'll talk about the pig character from Looney Tunes?
Oh, hold on.
Oh, wrong face. Yeah. Back then when I would get really pissed off, I would use Peanut Otter angry whenever Jelly was talking about wanting to clean up for the whole week, and Peanut was like, "What were you thinking, Jelly?" And My average mad face was obviously the Thomas mad face, which for this one, it's an alternate one. Then obviously there's my annoyed face, which is Bob the Tomato after hearing the What We've Learned song. When I'm really pissed off now, it's Nick Wilde during that scene where he gets really upset with Judy. And when I'm shocked, it's surprise. Whenever I'm feeling down or sad, it's this. Or some awkward happens, it's Judy. Whenever it's 4th of July, whenever Six Flags opening day approaches, it's Tommy G. Robertson. When I'm about to do something sneaky, it's Strawberry Bob, or Eli Krabby Patty SpongeBob.
I'll be right
This
back
has
in 2
been
seconds.
Facial Expressions with Drew. Anyway, I'm hoping that some of our friends will join the stream eventually. So far, I just have Chase here. I mean, I know that Josh won't be able to join because it's a school week. But more people came. In fact, it's our pal Wyatt.
Hello.
Yeah. You know what? We'll let him in tomorrow.
No. Where's
Anyways,
Chase? When you said that Chase left.
I guess he just wanted to come back tomorrow.
No.
Chase? No. I think I actually hit the leave button. He'll be back, I hope. Unless if he's just leaving. Anyway, I just gone over the facial expressions I use.
Yeah.
I don't have any faces for it. I'm really happy. I just use my regular profile picture. But yeah, I have.
First, I thought this live.
What?
I thought this live stream was about this week. What's coming up this weekend?
It kind of is because, well, I'm thinking about doing I'm thinking about live streaming the train ride of Tommy G. Robertson before I leave Six Flags to go to the zoo.
Yeah.
Because, well, I need to at least stop riding by at least 5 or 5:30. It takes around like 40 minutes to get from Six Flags to the St. Louis Zoo.
Yeah.
While it's the WFMP, it takes like 5 to 10 minutes. I think it's 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is why whenever I stay at the Holiday Inn, every Sunday, when I stay at the Holiday Inn, I'm going to be working on the railroad all the live long day just to pass the time away.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I've been getting myself hyped by watching train videos and talking to myself about it.
I've been getting excited too for this weekend.
Yeah. Anyway, now let's see what's happening. So maybe I'll come here tomorrow.
No.
No. Anyway, so you know, I just had a personal call last night, which we're not going to go into detail, but yeah. For some reason, before I went to bed, I found the stream that Jeff Rango did when he was trying to talk to the people during the events of the near death, and yeah, that sort of just made it hard for me to fall asleep last night. But thankfully I did, and I actually still got plenty of sleep, at least 6 hours anyway. And however, the dream I had the night before had my biological father in it, but yeah, that's part of the reason why I talked about him a lot yesterday. We'll save that for personal streams where we just talk about our personal issues, which that's not going to be happening. Although I will say, if I see my ex-girlfriend at Six Flags again, I'm just gonna avoid her. If she wants to have a go at me, I'm just gonna tune her out. Because I broke her heart by delivering a message telling her that I was avoiding her. And I have no regrets. I'm hoping that Hudson gets here soon. Because I would love to have him in the stream. because I just watched Lots and Lots of Trains Volume 2, and which has James Coffey songs, which, if you know me and Hudson, we both love songs from I Love Toy Trains and Lots of Trains. Which is mostly footage of trains put to train songs and music. Which is pretty awesome. That shit was my childhood.
I recently took my Hogwarts engine to out to the waterfall and got some photography over there.
Nice. I'm really hoping my Thomas gets here soon. Because it said it was running late, and if it's not here in 5 days, then I'm just gonna message for a refund.
Yeah.
Which will work out because it'll give me more money
Also,
after.
I'm planning on
Go ahead.
if Drew finally gets his Thomas sometime this week, we're planning on bringing on the WFP. We're planning on bringing my North Pole Central, his Polar Express, and Thomas to the
Yeah.
railroad, so we can
I
see
think I might use.
so we can see how big frickin' Thomas is next to an 440, because we
Yeah.
already know how big Thomas looks next to the Polar Express and ready to play for him.
Yeah. Oh, Chase is back.
Why'd you leave, Chase?
Okay, I am back. Sorry, I had to do something.
I changed my profile picture to one of the pictures from I took today.
Drew Thomas, Dr. Livesley.
Oh my gosh.
Nope. Even it's actually pretty cool. It's just a Hogwarts next to a waterfall in my backyard.
Honestly,
That's
I love
cool.
talking to friends online, but I mostly hang out with the friends that are from Missouri because I could pretty much see them anytime. I would see them a
Yeah.
lot more frequently if I had a driver's license.
Yeah, you could see me if you had a driver's license.
Yeah.
I've been working on getting my permit.
No! Okay, there we go. I thought I pushed that stupid button again.
So I might do a crossing tour at the St. Louis Zoo this weekend. I'm probably going to do the River's Edge crossing with the new gates.
You know,
I still don't
my
like those
God.
new gates.
What's
Honestly,
new
they
about
should have kept the
Tommy G?
wishbones.
What's new on the Tommy G? Nothing really.
Not much. I tried to print the numbers and name, but they ended up too small. And when I tried to print it again,
Ended
the
up
printer decided to play foul ball and say that, oh, I cannot use this colored ink, even though it literally just used it.
Maybe I'll use it tomorrow.
No. Oh, so you probably know, Chase, that 14 is freaking running.
Yes, 14
Really
is
hope-
running.
Finally.
I really hope 14 is still running when I go on Saturday, because I will take as much video as I can while I'm waiting for the shows to start. Because when I'm planning to do this Saturday when I go, since I'm only just going to be there just for the day, I'm just going to be just watching the shows they got for the spring event, and try to ride a little bit of the rides too. Most likely the train and Fire and Hole.
Yeah, while I'm at Six Flags, I'm mostly going to be hanging around the train because it's going to be Saturday. There'll probably be music at the parks, which means there's going to be bands and choir people. The park's
Hey,
going to
Drew,
be
what,
really
what
cool.
day are you going to the zoo?
Saturday evening.
Can you try to get video of the first crossing through the river's edge thing to see if it's broken or not?
Are you talking about that crossing while you're on the trail, or is it the crossing before you is it the crossing or is it the crossing at the station?
The one that I recorded where Pierre Leclerc got stuck.
Oh. I'm not sure if River's Edge is going to be open during Animals Aglow.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wanted to see if that gate was still malfunctioning like it was. when
Me
I
and Drew
left.
were thinking about doing a FaceTime call while Drew would be on Tommy G and I'll be on Frisco Soil Online. We just FaceTime each other at the same time while we're on both trains.
First one to, and also last one to the station is the rotten egg.
No.
Last one there, Puff's Hot Air.
Chase, if Chase joins the call, he's just gonna be like, all right, which one should I just watch? Which one should I just watch? He'd just be back and forth.
Clearly, Tommy G is the superior choice.
No.
So there's going to be a fight about which railroad is best.
Okay, we're not gonna start on that.
I've actually thought about doing a video where it's like a versus round where I talk about why I compare Six Flags to Silver Dollar City. And I call it Six Flags St. Louis versus Silver Dollar City.
Honestly, I've been seeing more videos on Silver Dollar City versus Dollywood, but I've never seen really any videos on Six Flags versus Silver Dollar City.
Yeah, I'll probably need help to make that one because I'm always picking favorites. Six Flags is always a winner in my book. So, although I feel like Silver Dollar City does a lot of things better than Six Flags. Like a lot of the rides are always open. They have well-paid staff.
They actually do. Yeah, their staff actually do. Their staff actually does good at their job.
Whereas Six Flags has I mean there are a lot of good members, but they don't get paid much, so they're not willing to run rides, so they close down a lot of rides. Not to mention that the maintenance department doesn't get much love because, well, a lot of rides are broken. Heck, Justice League is down for a while. I'm not sure when they're going to reopen. Some were saying that it's not going to reopen for the entire year, while other people are saying that it's just going to be down for a few weeks. It's 2023 all over again, but this time with Justice League. I'm also hoping that they're going to fix all the problems that Justice League has. Like, last year, there's a lot of malfunctions. Like, there's one point where they just where as I was on the ride, because the 4D just stopped working, all they pretty much did was just took me through the whole show and just, which they took me through the whole show on the ride, but they let me ride again so I could actually have a good ride. I did got stuck on Justice League as it got to the end, and they shut down the whole ride. They turn off the screens, they turn off the lights, they turn off the music, and they had to let me out. They gave me a ride exit pass, which is a flash pass that you can use on any ride except Catwoman's Whip, and yeah. Why Catwoman? It's because it's one of the most popular current rides. Also, the reason why Six Flags St. Louis is not doing any new rides this year is because of how long it took for the past two rides.
Silver Dollar City actually after they get done with one ride, like after they get finished with one ride, they immediately start making plans for their next attraction.
Yeah. So that's points for Silver Dollar City. Six Flags, I don't know what else there's good about Six Flags. I mean, it feels nostalgic. There's pretty well themed areas. Well, Silver Dollar City has well themed areas too, although the whole park is just themed after one thing, whereas Six Flags is just themed after roller coasters.
I had to watch the Lorax.
So
Dollywood,
It was very, very, very creepy.
how bad can it be? They're just doing what comes naturally. How bad can I be?
Can you build with banana? Yeah, that's
Drew,
how.
you should do a scene with Daniel Boone where he reacts to him getting his driver wheel back.
Oh, I will mention that in the video. Well, he will. He'll say,
I
I
will.
finally got my
No, I
driving
will.
wheel back.
What'd you say? Say that again.
He'll be like, I finally got my driving wheel back.
I finally got my driving wheel back.
there's
Yes,
no more
okay.
driving wheels for you.
And then he just
When?
goes through an explanation on why the driving wheels are important. I'm also
For
going to
some
have some.
for
I'm
some
also gonna have
reason,
some
they
character
ran me
development
without
for
my
this
driving
episode.
wheel for a while. But now I finally have my driving wheel back.
I'm also going to have it to where Mary's going to have some character development throughout this episode. Because, well, I'm pretty much going to base it off of the Daisy episode from Thomas and Friends. Well, I'm gonna
Which
include
Daisy
in my
episode?
Daisy, the
Will
one before
Will
Percy's
Pierre
predicament
Leclerc
after
be
Tony
in that
slips the
episode?
breakfast.
You know, it's a place where you should do a crossing tour.
Let me. Where?
The WFMP during opening day, where you should do the crossing tour at the same crossing where the video was shot for the Drew Thomas movie too.
Yeah, and we could also. Oh wait, are you talking about that crossing, the one on the trail, or the one
The one
crossing?
on the trail.
Okay, I think I probably might do the I probably might do the crossing that's like at the station. I mean, I kind of did in that crappy video, but yeah.
Yeah. I feel like you could do the
I
one.
finally got my driving wheel back after so long.
Yes.
I think you should do the station crossing on testing day when we go on Sunday, because we probably won't be on the trail at all.
Yeah, I hear there's like a chance of thunderstorm Sunday. I mean, at
Pierre
least it's not going to be like. However, sometimes it's saying rain showers. It just keeps changing. So I guess we'll find out the day of. If it rains, it rains. But I'm pretty sure it won't be a lot of rain. Enough to like flood the river.
Dude, I
causing-
hate rain.
Me too. A lot of us are getting fucking tired of the rain.
It was like 81 today, and it was very hot. I was like, I cannot even take it anymore. It's too hot outside.
Will Pierre Leclerc be in this next episode?
Probably. If he's running.
He's the French engine.
Yes.
Honestly,
Will you do the come to bed joke again?
Probably.
I finally got my driving wheel back.
honestly, honestly, if it 14's still running by Saturday, I'm gonna be doing those overstops like at the crossing. You know,
Wait, you're causing an echo.
that's not me, it's somebody else, and I do.
It's Tails.
I had my one of my mics
Yeah.
off.
If people like to
Oh.
complain on the cussing, here's what I have to put.
Fuck.
It doesn't even look like a word the more you look at it.
Tra la la.
Uh-oh, where's Tails? Oh dear. I hope it comes back in throughout the next 2 minutes. Oh dear. Who else is going to say 30-minute mark? Oh dear.
But I'll just call him late.
Oh wait, he's backstage. He's backstage. Okay, he's just backstage. Whew, that was a close one. Anyway, it really depends on who's running that day, or who's running for the evening, because who knows? Maybe Ulysses could be out. Maybe Charlton could be out. Maybe all the engines except for Mary Meacham could be out.
Wyatt, when you were going with the buzzer in your Six Flags first day opening video, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
When you were going
Fuck.
Yeah.
Do you have more banners other than fuck?
The last time I've been to the St. Louis Zoo was back in 2023. That was it. That's the last time I've been to the St. Louis Zoo.
I was there in 2024.
I was there in 24 and 23. I went
I was there in
frequently in
2026.
23 though. I
I
went 3
hope to
times
see
since
the
I was
new
in
crossing
23
gates at
because
the transportation
I
museum.
remember going there in 2026.
Liar.
Liar.
There's no
It's
such thing.
the-
That doesn't exist yet.
30-minute mark!
You're
What
1
never
second
gets
late.
old.
Shut up.
Yeah, back then I
Shut
used
up,
to
Wyatt.
end my streams
No,
at the
no,
30-minute mark, but because these aren't Thompson Percy streams, I just stream longer because I still have much to talk about, at least for another 30 minutes.
Wyatt, do you know what the new crossings are going to look like at the Transportation Museum?
Oh,
No, because I never really. Yeah.
I guess we should bring this up now. The Carousel Crossing is going to get new gates.
Yay.
And
Which one?
unfortunately, they are...
Which one? There's two.
There's the one at the carousel with the gated signals, the one before it heads towards Discovery Corner Station. Before that crossing at Discovery Corner. It's the one...
You
It's
mean
the
the, you
second
mean
one.
the one? You mean the one with quad signals instead of
Yeah.
the two on opposite? Okay. That makes
And they're
sense.
going to replace the other gated signals with just LiftMaster barriers.
Oh, I hate those things.
Why? Honestly, if they do that for every crossing, I mean, they kind of did that for whenever they first had the, I mean, back in the 90s, River's Edge, every crossing had the wishbone barriers. Heck, I
You
think
see why?
most of the crossings with
You
gates had
see
wishbones.
why I like filming the Transportation Museum crossings more? Because I love those gates.
Yeah,
I'm-
now the only crossing that's going to have those gates is the 4D Theater, unless they decide to replace them.
Oh, I hope they
Honestly,
don't.
those long
Quite-
I hope they
gates.
don't.
What's so good about those
Those
gates
long
anyways?
I know
Honestly,
that
those
the...
long gates just make me want to think they're gonna fall off.
Yeah. I do think that I'm glad they replaced one of the gates, because one of the gates was having an issue where apparently a person could easily lift it up, because there's a video by Game Train Productions, which is now called Kyle B Photography.
Oh, I know who
Where-
you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
and it's
the-
a man of the hour, Hudson Train Guy.
Finally,
Yes.
Hudson. Took you long enough. You missed the
I
30-minute
just
mark.
watched lots of trains, and I was
I don't
thinking
give
of
a
you, Hudson.
shit, Tails. Plus,
It's called a very dangerous railroad crossing at the St. Louis Zoo.
Yeah. And you could see some guy lifting the crossing to let the line through the crossing as they're finishing crossing. Honestly, why couldn't it just go under the gates instead of just lifting up the gate? Or just
To
let
be
it go off the
completely
ground?
fair,
Let
they
it be a
couldn't
lesson.
build with bananas.
Why not just fucking?
You can also do that
Not
with
do
the
it in the
Saint
first
with
place.
the crossings at the Transportation Museum.
Probably at the 40 Theater crossing too. When I filmed the crossing tour, I could literally hear the hydraulics inside the crossing as the gates were going down.
Yeah. Oh wait, did you see in my Jupiter video the crossing? Could you like hear it grinding?
Yeah. Some of
As
the
a-
crossings bells have
I
been
don't
malfunctioning
remember
where it
what
goes
the
click,
I
click,
don't
click,
remember
click.
I don't remember what the time was, but the gate
Yeah.
lifted up super slowly, and it was like.
Another thing I don't like about the new... One thing I don't like about the other carousel crossing is that the new bells are extremely loud.
No, they're
You want to know my favorite parts of the railroad?
those are fire bells, and they're made by Wheel Lock. Don't ask
Yeah,
me how I
Wheel
know
Lock.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured it out.
I figured
My
it out
favorite part-
in 2022, I believe, when I went to film Louisiana Halloween.
Yeah, a lot of them are made by Wheel Lock. Which here's one question: why don't they buy the single strobe version, which is a
Just
crossing
one
bell?
minute.
Drew, I gotta tell you this.
Yeah.
Hudson said fuck bananas.
You
So,
can build
do
it.
I
Because-
care. Do we all
Because
care?
it would be much cheaper.
Fuck. Yeah, that's your reaction, man.
No, that's
Fuck.
funny.
Can you build with bananas?
How would
Yeah,
you
you
like
can.
to suck my balls?
No,
What did
no,
you
this
say?
is so unacceptable, Hudson. How could you say that? Can you build with bananas?
Anyway, so... Yeah.
Or
Definitely
can
my
you
intro.
build with goldens? Yes, you can.
Oh, great.
Um,
Gordon.
You want to know the favorite parts I like in the railroad?
When I was at the Transportation Museum last, only one of the crossing bells was working.
And what you were saying, Wyatt?
My favorite parts of the railroad are the part where the train passes through that lake. Because every time whenever I see the train pass the lake, it reminds me of a Silver Dollar Third train passing Lake Silver.
It gives me Thomas the Tank Engine vibes because I feel like that's a good shot for like kind of like Thomas crossing that one area next to the windmill. It always gives me that kind of vibes.
Yeah, and I also like the area where the train passes by the penguins and the polar bear area.
Yeah. One of my favorite areas is the elephant viewing area, which is only accessible to those who ride the Emerson Zoo Line Railroad.
You rode it and you got to see the elephant?
Yeah, whenever you ride the train, you get to actually see the elephants from the train.
Wait, the
special area
elephant
that's
in
only
the
viewable
room?
on the train.
Speaking of the elephant in the room, who's the elephant in the room?
I also like the painting of the tunnel, which actually used to be a car maintenance shed. Yeah, the tunnel used to be the sheds. Or maintenance shed, I believe. Until they moved the maintenance sheds to the Wild Station, which used to be called Vent Wheeler or something like that. I couldn't.
Oh, Tails is gone. Well,
You can relax.
Oh, hello, Mr. Railyard. I was just watching
On
lots and lots
YouTube.
of trains, and I was just thinking of all my train friends.
screw lots and lots of trains.
What?
Oh, come on. That's
I
so
love
good.
lots and lots of trains.
I
Something's
watched,
wrong with you, Hudson.
yeah, I watched Volume 2.
Especially a man who uses old footage from Lionel trains
I
and put
love
music.
Railroad of America.
Just
Speaking of-
kidding. I actually quite enjoy it.
Oh, I was like, what? I thought you liked it. Anyway, also, right after I make That's What Friends Are For, the next Drew.
Never overlook a little engine.
Big train
We can
coming.
take you where you wanna go.
My gosh, I was
That
singing that.
Song
Rock
is
the boat.
nothing but pure coincidence.
So
Oh,
make an extra volt. I never known a job that I couldn't do.
So, do you know all the words?
I know pretty much all the words.
I was trying to
So,
sing.
I may have to re-go over the
Just-
script again.
yeah. I'll probably have to send you the new lyrics because I did a little bit of revision. Like, I replaced trucks with cars because they don't pull trucks. The Zoo Line engines pull passenger cars.
We got cars to pull, so hold on.
Yeah.
We got cars to pull.
Bed I could do. Look out, Thomas.
We may have tiny truck, but we'll get you there and back.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna mostly focus when I do perform to that song. It's gonna be mostly performed by Charlton Tandy, and I believe Pierre will sing, and Ulysses. That is, if Ulysses wants to sing, the voice of Ulysses anyway.
I'll sing as
Love that
Daniel
one.
Boone.
Well, I'll basically just have to just try to fit in as the vocals and whatever.
I'll have to send y'all the instrumental so we can know what we're working with, and I will probably put a deadline for your bits by like April 30th. That's probably a good
Sure
deadline.
thing.
I will send you the parts, like especially for the ending part, because there's going to be a harmony bit where
Like
it's just,
me.
which I think
Like
first be
us.
Charlton singing Like Me, and then Daniel Boone, and then Ulysses.
Wait, so Charlton Tanny, then Daniel Boone, then who?
Ulysses.
Actually, I'll only need to know my part.
Yeah.
I'm the new Daniel Boone.
Yep. As for the
And
rest
he
of the
speaks
song,
like a fucking geek.
I finally got my driving wheel back after they took so long to replace it.
Yeah. Although maybe for
But
the
I'm
second
back in
verse,
service now,
yeah,
and
I think
I'm
for
ready
the,
to go.
yeah. But yeah, I love how they finally put the driving wheel back on because, well,
Why
when I
did
was
they
filming
do?
for Drew Thomas the movie 2, there's originally going to be a scene where Daniel Boone was going to appear. He actually does appear after the Shining Time number as I'm introducing the healers. And you could just barely see that his driving wheel's gone. He looks like a strange Shay Heisler hybrid or whatever.
Hey, I'm not no Shay Heisler.
Well, how come we can see your gear then?
That doesn't matter.
Why did
I'm
they get
still a
rid of?
CP Huntington train, just like all the others.
Why did they
I don't know
get
why.
rid of? Oh,
Go ahead.
oh, I was making sure if you could hear me, but then I interrupted what you were saying.
No,
Gas-
Ulysses didn't have one at one point either.
What?
Oh yeah, that bit. Ah, son of a bitch.
Oh man,
No,
it's that
I
chalky
do
candy.
remember Ulysses did not have one at one point.
Oh yeah.
God damn it,
Hey,
my past.
now that since I'm actually getting the chance to talk to you, I'm wanting to get rid of some of my extra parts that I don't think you can really use. So I was thinking about if you would like to have some of my parts for free whenever we meet.
Oh, me?
Who me?
Oh, no, wait, Chase.
Yeah, yeah. They're all parts from like G scale stuff, like ready to play stuff, and I do have a chassis from a boxcar from New Bright. So
I have a couple of new bright things.
I wonder if it's actually possible to take the motor out of the Ready to Play Thomas.
I could take
I'm
it
pretty-
out.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure you'd probably have to take apart the shell, and then
Yeah,
I
Wyatt
think
said I'd have to go with you step by step on how to do it.
It would probably take a lot of like big tools. I mean, I see screws, so I probably unscrew it, and
The
I'd probably have to
the
first unscrew
easiest
the wheel
the
part.
easiest solution would be removing the drive gear. That's the easiest.
Yeah, just take off the
oh yeah. I also have two New Bright cabooses as well. Two New Bright Santa Fe cabooses.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Drew. I showed Wyatt all of my G scale stuff.
Yeah, it's in the Discord chat where I put Gasconade Railroad in.
Yeah.
Originally, just gonna have like pictures of just my trains, but I mean, I guess that's where you could put G scale stuff in. I guess now.
Yeah. I also decided the Calliope tune I'm going to feature for the Conservation Carousel whenever it appears on screen. I decided I'm going to use Meet Me in St. Louis because, well, one, it's at St. Louis Zoo. Two, I used the Thomas the Tank one in the previous one because, well, the previous time the carousel was seen on screen, which is actually the only time I've featured a Calliope tune for the carousel. Which it doesn't play a Calliope tune anymore. They mostly play like contemporary music. Six Flags St. Louis still plays a Calliope tune whenever their carousel's going, though. Yeah, I found one for Meet Me in St. Louis, so that'll probably be what I use when the carousel appears in my new episode. Which the carousel was closed the last time I went because they were redoing the horses, at least, or not horses, animals. They don't have horses. The closest thing they have to a horse is a wild ass and a zebra. Which I normally go for the wild ass a lot.
You said ass.
Okay, Beavis.
It's butthead, dumbass.
I may be a dumbass, but I'm still smart.
I might think about getting me a custom made Gasconade shirt. Gasconade
You
Railroad
could probably
shirt.
do that. I
Oh,
honestly
I've
would
looked.
like one too.
I might
Oh,
have it to where the
technically.
Gascony Railroad logo is on it, where all the like engines on it. And the cool thing is it doesn't cost that much to actually get one. It's only like up to $30 and something like that. Which I'm used to that price because that's what Silver City charges for their merch, like shirts and jackets.
Yeah, I wonder if
So,
we could put like our names on the back of it. Like you could put like Engineer
sure we
White,
could.
and I could put Conductor Drew Thomas.
I'm pretty sure if we ever like get a building like you wanted to do, Drew, where to put our the train stuff from the Gascony Railroad, just put it in a building and have it like the inside part just be a pretty much a storage and workshop area, and then the outside would be the actual railroad where the trains would run.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if we do have like guests come over and actually charge them, I'm pretty sure we can get the money to actually make our own merch and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what
start
happened
charging
with
people.
that's what happened with the Iron Spike and Wabash Frisco Pacific. They started making their own merch because they've been getting money from charging them to ride the
Yeah, we could
train
make
or
merch for our railroad. I mean, we'd probably have to use Thomas themed shirts sparingly because, well, Hits Entertainment could probably lawsuit us.
yeah. If we
Nowadays it's
like,
Mattel, you stupid idiot.
Whatever. Mattel, potato.
F Mattel.
Mattel,
Yeah, I remember that
Matato.
song I did about Mattel back in like 2021 to the tune of Blame Canada.
Oh, have you tried to buy the new merchandise that they're selling yet?
The Thomas ones.
Yeah.
They haven't been selling them yet on America.
Yeah,
The
I looked at my
new-
Walmart, but all I could see was just All Engines Go.
I know,
what
I hate
found.
the All Engines Go.
Me too.
What do you think? Everybody in this chat hates it.
Yeah. I mean, some people actually find it somewhat decent. Some people love it too much, I guess. I don't know, but it is definitely not my cup of tea. I can respect other people's opinions and thoughts on it because, yeah.
It's a Thomas, but it's not my Thomas.
Yeah. Not the Thomas I grew up with. If it's Thomas to you, that's okay. But it wasn't the Thomas to me. The Thomas to me was very different.
We're gonna get a copyright strike.
That's my favorite tune is from the model series.
Oh,
From the
my
You mean
my, owner
the hit
operator
era series?
also
The
loves that tune.
Yeah, that. I always fucking hated. I hated how they
Yeah, I like that theme too. It's a good one.
I love it too.
I hate how they changed it. Where it was just this kid's like singing it. It used to be an
Oh, where it
instrumental,
goes. There's 2, there's 4, there's 6, there's
No.
8. Shunting trucks and hauling freight. Red and
think
green and brown to blue. Yeah,
Oh,
I
you're
know.
talking about the intro that was like the HD intro / Sears
They
12
did-
intro. The
they
one used
did
in Great
do-
Discovery.
They did actually do that intro a couple times without the lyrics. Not very many times.
I know, Thomas. I know. Have patience.
Did you get your new Thomas yet?
No. It's in Springfield right now, or at least I think it is. It might be in transit to Salem, though.
Can't you just use another controller with that Thomas? Can you make
No.
it merge together with another one?
It has to be a matching number.
Listen closely.
Oh. Chirp.
It's a chirping noise from the North Pole Central. Honestly,
I have no Lionel ready to play. Actually, I lied.
What?
I only have a Lionel Polar Express.
But that's the old version, though. Ready to
Yeah,
run.
it's the older and better version.
Are you talking about the one with the remote control with the antenna?
Yeah.
That one was crappy in my opinion. Like whenever the Polar Express would move, sometimes the light would start blinking, and some of the times it would just come to a complete stop and power off.
Well, usually for me it does that when it says its battery's going dead. At least for me it is.
Honestly, the only thing I think that was cool in that series was how the controller can actually control two trains at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
I've seen a video this trains, and I think it's going to be more, but yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah,
Joe, I
mostly,
feel like you
GD
should have kept the
series.
passenger cars because, yeah. Honestly, I feel like you should have kept the passenger cars because you could have gave them to me and I could have swapped out the wheels on them.
Yeah. I honestly don't like how the
Make
Thomas
them-
has different couplers from the other line of play sets except for Hogwarts. So
It
pretty much
doesn't make
the
any
only
sense. Why would you have a whole fucking series that has different trains that are knuckle couplers, and then you come to Hogwarts and fucking Thomas? Where the hell? Who came up with that idea of putting fucking couplers like that?
Knuckle couplers on a British locomotive.
no, the hook and loop
But-
couplers.
Oh. Oh, I think my batteries are dead. My
Yep, I
remote
recognize
batteries
that
aren't
plastic sound.
What?
Yep, I recognize that plastic sound. I actually still have the engine from that old Polar Express, but I threw away the remote. Oh no, wait, I think I kept the remotes, but I threw away all the tracks because they were crappy. Like I could hardly
Yeah,
keep them together, and the Polar Express would constantly derail.
Yeah, I will agree. The track is kind of crappy.
Jank. Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, I've had this Polar Express since I was like, oh god, hold on.
My first
I
Polar
had-
Express I had since I had it for like months because when I was a kid I kicked it and that was back before I knew how to actually treat a model train. But then
Yeah.
I got a new one in 2015.
Ew,
No, wait,
ew, ew,
2015, yeah.
ew.
It was it was for my 13th birthday. I went to Toys R Us back when that was a thing with my
Ew,
grandpa,
gross.
and I got one.
Sorry, I forgot to take the batteries out of this Polar Express, and almost all of them corroded.
My first ready to play
Yikes.
train set was back in 2016, and that was the John Deere train set.
At least all the terminals look okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It
when the
wasn't until-
terminals die is when it really messes up.
It wasn't until
It was a
2020.
present.
It wasn't until 2022 when I got a new Polar Express that was the ready to play version. And then in 2024 I got the
2022, same year when I whenever I got the diesel train set.
yeah. 2022 was also the start of the Dark
Ages.
Ages.
I'm gonna steal the batteries out of this Easy Tech real quick.
There were some
Yeah,
good videos
always-
that came out during the Dark Ages, like the Thomas Express 3. Although that still had some crappy parts, like the audio quality's terrible. And I was forced to add a clip in the movie, and if I delete it, I'll be hated and attacked.
Oh wow!
Wait a second, what is that?
Battery acid.
Oh my. Yep, those batteries are corroded.
I'm gonna clean that
Yeah.
up.
Your Polar Express isn't going anywhere, buddy. Unless you can clean the corrosion. I think that maybe this Christmas I'm gonna get new batteries for my Polar Express so I can, keep it running.
Honestly, I feel like I need to get new batteries for my engine. My new ones I should be saving so I can change the engine. So in case if I do go to the school in St. James to bring my train.
Yeah, my school and yeah, my mom's school is hosting a big Polar Express event. They've been planning this for quite some. They're planning this for quite some time. They started playing ever since I made my Polar Express appearance for 2024. Before I did that Branson trip, where I got the kill whistle and the blue plush to Build-A-Bear. And yeah, that was probably one of the best Polar Express events I've done. But I have a feeling that this year's Polar Express event is going to be even better.
Now, hopefully we can bring our if that's if your Thomas arrives, hopefully we can bring our trains back to the
Yeah,
WFP.
honestly, if that Thomas doesn't arrive, I'll order a new one after my next payday, of course, because this upcoming Six Flags trip is probably going to take a lot of money out of me because I have to buy a ticket for the zoo, I have to buy a train ticket, I have to pay for gas, I have to pay for food. Well, thankfully I have a dining pass, so I'll probably just live off that. Not to mention I might get a slushie if I go to Wally's because who goes to Wally's and doesn't get a slushie? And not to mention I'm also going to be taking some cash out so I can pay to become a member of the railroad. I just hope that they can tell me in simple ways how each membership works. Because so far reading that just feels wordy. So having the volunteers there to help explain to me, like Elliot and the other ones, that would probably help a lot.
Yeah, don't know about railroading and stuff about the WFMP you don't know. So
Yeah.
I really wish
Oh,
they brought that back in the new Ready to Play series where there would be like you could see the firebox and all that.
yeah.
I really hated that they didn't bring it back.
The one
But
issue I have with
honestly,
my Thomas. Go ahead.
honestly, I think the only thing I think the reason why they got rid of that effect is because they moved the battery holder and the firebox and not the
Yeah.
tinder.
Oh, for Thomas, his light is on the back of his bunker, and it's surprisingly not used on his tail light, which Thomas DOTD pointed that out in his video.
Yeah.
Oh, Jiminy Christmas! The ice is frozen over the tracks.
Honestly, I honestly feel like Thomas Express 4 would be a great movie, like better than Thomas Express 3.
Yeah, Thomas Express 3 is crappy. I want people to forget about it. So I'm pretty much gonna steal almost all the elements from the Thomas Express 3 and just redo it better.
Have new characters show up and
Yeah, there'll be new characters and no clips from shows that I don't want.
those can be replaced by the new characters.
Yeah. So I'm going to do this my way or the highway. Or no, just my way. No highway option.
You know what? Imagine you just said this. We'll do it your way, or you be banned way, where you get banned.
There are two ways of doing things. The Great Western Way or the wrong way.
Or the Polar Expressway.
Yeah. We're going to do things the Polar Express way or no way. Or the wrong. We're going to do things the Polar Express way, not the wrong way. The Thomas Express 3 was the wrong way. However, the Thomas Express 4 will be the superior movie for the Polar Express's 20th anniversary that just passed and Thomas's 80th. So we're going to make this a good one and make this the best last Christmas movie ever, because this will be our last Christmas movie, because then when I retire, there's going to be no more. So we're going to go out and make this a good one. If it's not a good one, I'm scrapping it entirely and just... Oh, I'm not going to scrap it, actually. I'm still going to do it.
Did you
We're all
guys
gonna
see
push
my
hard to
layout
make this
there for the
happen.
second?
What?
Did you guys see my layout right there for a second?
I didn't.
Oh. There we go. Right. Off you go, Polar Express.
Wow, Mark.
There we go.
Well, before we close out, let's talk a little bit more about some stuff. So,
I told you I get it working.
yep, you are a magician. So, did you
A
like clean
magician.
the acid out?
Yes. I'm not leaving battery acid in.
I mean, I don't think it'll work with the battery acid in. So we have to fix the corrosion.
Yeah. Well, I caught it before it got too bad.
Yeah.
Because that's the way things happen on the Polar Coaster. The Polar. The main thing I like about the older version is that it can actually run on regular G-scale track.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, I knew that for a while.
Yeah, it
see,
doesn't
what I-
use its own. It doesn't use its own track. It can run on regular G gauge, no matter the brand.
I also loved how the observation car had a disappearing hobo, which the new ones
Oh.
do not.
Mine does. Here, I'll grab it.
Yep. I remember I did this like stop motion thing where I would just show the hobo and say, "Now you see me," and then I would just pause it, close the hobo, and then just play it, and then it'll go, "Now
There we
you
go.
don't. Now you
Yeah.
see me. Now you don't."
He got away.
Good thing too.
This is one of my favorite sets.
Oh my gosh, that's pretty much gonna be me whenever the Tom G. Robertson takes off and someone makes me late. Like I'm just gonna if I'm getting to the train station but someone stops me and I see the train go in, I'm gonna be like, he got away.
Have you seen the Backyardigans episode, The Best Clowns in Town?
Oh my gosh. Clouds!
That's the
I
way
just
I
like
imagined.
the video,
That's when
no.
you said a train running away without you. That's what I imagined.
Yes, that's pretty much what it's
I-
gonna be like. I'm gonna be like, Clouds! Or Jocks!
I just like
And
the
Tommy G blowing his
Yes!
whistle as he's
It's
riding away.
Micah who stops me. Yeah, Micah, if you're watching this, catch this finger, bitch.
He's like, goodbye. And you
I-
try to get to St. Louis Station and someone hugs you and he leaves again.
Yeah. Like it's like, okay, I'm almost there. I'm just gonna make it, and then all of a sudden, as I'm talking to someone, and I see it move away, I'm just like, he got away.
I just like the
You're like,
part.
no, come
Okay.
back. Stop.
I just like the part where Mr. Incredible's face just changes whenever the face that Mr. Incredible makes whenever the guy just says, "A good thing too."
Yeah, you could tell how pissed off he was. So it was like, oh, so you don't care that someone just got mugged? I mean, I don't blame Mr. Incredible for choking Mr. Huff out. I mean, he flat out stopped him from helping someone. I mean, I get that superheroes are illegal, but for goodness sakes, he could have at least helped them. But well, you see, Mr. Huff is a secret villain of Incredibles. Because well, yeah. He frauds people with this insurance company, claiming that it's going to help him, only not to not help them, only to help his people. So like he
I don't
says,
remember the
we're supposed to help
Incredibles movie
our
that
people.
well.
Start with our stockholders, Bob. Who's helping them out, huh?
You said
You know,
Bob. I
Bob.
thought you were talking about Bob the Builder.
You know, Bob, a company is like an enormous. Yes, precisely. It only works.
I'm not happy.
If all the
Not happy.
yes.
Be happy.
I'll tell you what who the best character is in Incredibles though. Definitely Bernie. He's a disruptive influence and he openly mocks me in front of the class. Look, I know it's you. He put thumbtacks on my stool.
Ernie.
This time I got him. See?
Or no.
Oh,
Or
you
no,
don't
you're
see?
not talking about Underground, Ernie.
Yeah. He moves right there. Wait. Right there, right as I'm sitting down. I don't know how he does it, but there's no tag on my stool before he moves, and after he moves, there's a tag. Coincidence? I think not.
Ernie.
No, wait, coincidence? I think not.
Don't Bernie
seen
me. This
Have
little
you ever
rat
seen Underground,
Gigi.
Ernie?
I haven't seen Underground Ernie because it looks weird.
It looks really weird.
Can I please get my phone off of Do Not Thank you.
Can you build with Ernie's?
The answer is no, because Ernie is weird. It's kind of hustle, sweetheart. Honestly, I wish I could find like a good Judy Hopps voice. I mean, my younger sister volunteered to do so, but would she actually put the work in? I wonder. Anyway, so I guess that wraps up the stream. That just quickly turned into Incredibles quoting session. Anyway, so hey, maybe next time we might do Toy Story quotes or Cars quotes. Kind of like that one time I did a stream and some people just went in and were like, "Hey, yo, DJ, what up? We got ourselves a nodder." It was fucking weird, but funny. Thankfully, I don't have to worry about unexpected guests because I no longer post the link publicly on account of what happened with the anti-StreamYard situation. Which, yeah, I don't want to talk about that. It was a group of raiders that go into streams, impersonate people, say racial slurs, and then, yeah. Afterwards, they would expose them and just pretty much give them fear and stuff by saying, "I'm reporting you." Reported. Then they do videos on people like making. He flat out made an effigy of me and my girlfriend and beat it to death and did the Ronnie McNutt uninstall life thing with Layla, which I'm not going to go into detail about that because it's really disturbing. And I'd rather not talk about it on my channel. I do messed up content, but I don't do that messed up content. Anyway, so like, subscribe to the channel. Check out my other videos. I will make this episode happen, no matter what. If I don't go to the St. Louis Zoo, I'll just make it a Six Flags episode. Either way, it'll be okay. But I'm more leaning towards St. Louis Zoo. Anyway, so this is Drew Thomas signing off. Good night. Pickles suck. And
Joy to the world, the ride was closed.
you know, something's missing, actually. Oh, I remember!